We are live here, Facebook family. None other than Dr. Nick Delgado, who is a USC graduate. He's also an anti-aging specialist. He's also a health and fitness coach, a speaker. I worked closely with Tony Robbins for many years. He's an amazing man. And also, I think, a Guinness Book World Record holder from back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, not too far back. Curl and press. I still challenge people on a regular basis.
You see those guys?
I got my dumbbells in the car. We're ready to go any day of the week.
I'm totally loving his videos on the beach when you're like serenity. Awesome. Well, guess what? Today we have his brand new HELO, right? The wearable technology that's changing the planet, and we're going to do an installation.
Okay.
All right. And this is not only going to serve as kind of a demonstration, but it's also going to be a tutorial for people who have received their HELO and they want to know how to actually properly set it up.
Nice.
Okay, so we're going to open it. All right, and you can see this is kind of a sexy box. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open this box, right? We're going to open this. Usually I like to use a knife or something because it fits pretty snug.
Can you slice it with that?
You got it there, you got it there, you got it there. Bada boom, bada bang.
Look at that.
All right, and then that's the HELO device. And if we take a look inside this box here, this is very Apple-ish, by the way, even though it's under a company called World Global Network, and it's partnered up with Toshiba, but it's very sort of Apple-feel-ish, right? And in here you have the instructions, you have a little stickers, and you've got this to kind of clean it up, and then you have the power cord, right? Pretty cool power cord where you just go like that. This just plugs in, just like any iPhone does, right? It takes about an hour to charge and it lasts about 3 days. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is let's fix the germanium stones. If you want to know a little bit about germanium, Google germanium online and you'll learn the health benefits of germanium. They say it helps you with your blood circulation, blood oxygenation, and helps you to remove stress out of the body. So these are cute little things that you put on your, by the way, this is my HELO. And how I have them attached is I have them up here. So I don't know, what's your wrist is, it's got a bigger wrist guy. So we'll see, we'll put him up where I have mine and then we'll see if that's the right spot for him. So you fix these in pretty simply. They snap right in place so they can actually hug your skin and touch your skin so they can give you the health benefits. There's been stories of people who have poor circulation in one hand or an arm and then they switch the HELO to that part of the body and then next thing you know they have experienced a difference in the sensations of numbness and so forth. So I don't know if that's the right spot for you. It depends on the size of your wrist. This is your left wrist. Perfect. Put that in here. Yeah. So just like I thought, we're going to put one. We're going to put one over here. Because your wrist is a different size than mine, right? Okay. It goes in here, snaps in place. Usually you want it a little bit snug. Not too tight, but a little snug. How does that feel? Does it need to be a little looser? You want it about that, where that bone is. Okay. Seems like there's a little gap there, right?
Feels good.
Feels good, okay. Let's put this away. Put this box away for now. And what we want to do is we want to turn on the HELO device. So if you come in a little closer here, you can see that this is where, when I press this button, the power button, and I hold on to it for a few seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. So right now you see the green flashing light. Can you see that? Okay, so that's on. Okay. Now, the very next thing we want to do is we want to pair up the HELO to the phone, to the app. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the app store on the phone, and I see the app is here. I'm going to click on app, and I'm going to type in HEKA, H-E-K-A. Do you see that? H-E-K-A. You got that in the HEKA? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click get. And I'm going to click install. So what that's going to do is it's going to begin. So we need a touch to authorize that purchase. You're going to put your touch, finger touch. Okay. And then what's happening is it's now beginning to download right over here, as you can see. And we want to make sure that we're downloading the HEKA app, H-E-K-A, not the HELO app. The device is called the HELO, right? This is called the HELO LX, but the app that we install on there is called the HEKA app. And as you can see, it's now installed. So now we just need to find it, and here it is. It's right here. Who's this handsome man here? Okay. Gonna open up the HEKA app. Now, you notice that there's a couple of little allow HEKA to access your location while you use the app. Yes, that's cool. HEKA would also like to send you notifications. Absolutely. Right, that's cool. We'll allow that. We got about 10% of phone charge, so hopefully we can finish this in the amount of time that we have for battery. Now, what country code we are? We're in America, so let's go United States.
I'm gonna grab the battery.
He's gonna grab a battery from his car, United States, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in his phone number right here as soon as he gets back. So we're actually gonna sync up his HELO to this phone. So apparently this phone has a different phone number. So what's phone number? 949
202
202
91
91
21.
21. And one more time, 949 202
9121.
9121. Okay. And you agree with the HELO user policy, license agreement, and privacy terms service? Yep. I've read it before, so you definitely want to read that if you haven't read it. Legal disclaimer, you're going to read that, and then when you've read that, you're going to say yep. And then what you're going to do is you're going to accept, and you're going to send my PIN. So, accept, send my PIN. So momentarily, boom, right there. Do you see the PIN? So it's 98840. 98840. 98840 is the PIN. And then you confirm. Sometimes if you don't get a PIN, you're gonna just redo it. Sometimes if someone has an issue, you may have them email you the PIN. Let's say if there's a reason why you're not getting the text message. So if there's ever an issue with a PIN for whatever reason, which is rare, just contact the person that gave you the HELO, that sponsored you, that brought you in the business, and just ask them, hey, for some reason I don't see my PIN, can you help me to troubleshoot that? But 99.9% of the time that's not an issue. So then you get a quick start tutorial. This talks about ensuring that there's no obstacles between the sensor window and your wrist, which as you can see right here, the wrist, his wrist is snugly on. There's no obstacles, it's touching the skin. Keep your HELO tight on your wrist. And then what it does, it talks about the Bluetooth connection. So the HELO LX uses Bluetooth to interact with your device. Keep your device close to the HELO and wait for the pop-up that will indicate successful pairing. Right? So now we're gonna pair his HELO to this app. So what I need to do is to make sure your Bluetooth is enabled. Okay. So let's go to your settings on your phone and let's make sure your Bluetooth is on. Where's your settings? Here's settings. Y'all see that? And Bluetooth is on. All right. Okay. So we turn Bluetooth on. You can see it's on, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the app itself, calibrate your HELO. What this is telling you is that it wants to calibrate your blood pressure one time with a over-the-counter device. that you get from from a doctor's office, or you buy it at Rite Aid or whatever. So it wants to calibrate. It says here specifically, you can read about what it means by calibration. That's pretty simple. And then it tells you about the features. We Care, remotely monitor and care for your loved ones. Guardian, control your low and high values for each measurement. And SOS, contact your friends or loved ones if you are in trouble. So that's kind of going over some of the features. We're going to say start now. If you already have a World account, please add it here. You will find your HEKA already paired on your back office to enjoy a deeper integration. Do we know your username and your password? Let me see if I say I forgot my password. What would happen? Okay, so it can recover that. Do you know what email address you would have used?
For this particular one, probably nickdphd@gmail.com.
Nick?
Nick, N-I-C-K, D, P-H-D,
P-H-D,
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Nick D, P-H-D at gmail.com. Send link.
Right.
The email was not found in the database. Please try again. What would be another email address?
Delgado Protocol at gmail.com.
Delgado Protocol. Protocol. Delgado Protocol, Protocol.
Yeah.
At Gmail. Yes, you're good. He remembers his other, his other email address. So you've sent an email. Did you get that?
That's what I'm looking for right now. I have that account open.
Yeah, usually this step doesn't happen because we already have your, okay, it came here.
Here
Gmail.
It is, World Global Network.
Okay,
like
perfect. So reset that.
We would still use the same email we just did, right?
Oh, do you know what the username would have been? Delgado 96, right? Okay. Let's remove that capital D. Okay, and password. New password and confirm, and then I'm gonna just put any password in there you want.
Okay.
So as he does that, he's resetting his password. And that way we're able to link this up to his actual account. Must contain at least 8 to 16 characters. Must contain at least 1 digit. Must contain at least 1 letter. Must contain at least 1 capital letter. So 8 digits long, 1 letter, 1 capital letter, or 1 digit. And remember it. Fun stuff, you guys. All right, so that's good, right? Okay, here we go. So it says the HELO is now linked with the account number. So you've linked your HELO to your account, right?
Okay.
Good. So now, do you see that? Come a little quick. Congratulations, the HELO is now linked with your account. Okay, we weren't sure what the password was, but now we remembered it, we restored it. Now what we're gonna do is just put in some basic information. I'll do it for you if you want. Name, Nick, surname, Delgado, definitely a male, pounds.
169.
We're getting really personal here.
169.
169. Shoot, I need to lose some weight. Damn, I'm like at least 30, 40 pounds heavier than that. All right, height.
5'8".
5'8". 5'8" is 68 inches.
Yes.
68 inches. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Left.
Left-handed. You can see all this pretty close. He's left-handed. Oh, he's left-handed. Does that? You know what they say about left? Do you know what they?
My right man.
You know what they say about left-handed men, right? They can think and feel at the same time. Most U.S. presidents have been either left-handed or ambidextrous because they're sharp and they're able to, feel at the same time. Blood group? I know you definitely know your blood group.
It's AB.
AB? AB positive or AB negative?
Positive.
AB positive. A, be positive, okay? Right? A, be positive, okay? All right.
And if someone makes a mistake, they can go back to bracket, right?
Exactly. Birthday. We don't, yeah.
1/5/55.
Okay, let's just go with month. January.
And 5.
January 5th. 55.
Yeah.
Damn. Doesn't this man look amazing to be born in 55? Shoot. January 5, 55. Email.
Nick D. PhD.
Nick D.
PhD at gmail.com.
PhD at gmail.com. Okay. International prefix phone number.
949, right?
Right, the number that we're going to use, 949. Okay. The 949 phone number.
And it could be different than this phone, right? Or use the same one.
I would use the same one for now, but then we can always change it later. 202
9121.
9121. Okay. What's your normal blood pressure level? Like 120 over 80?
110 over 75.
110 over 75. Okay, 75, 76. Completed. Now, activate your Bluetooth on your smartphone and make sure your HELO is visible. So it's visible. Now, you see that blue that just changed to blue? Did you see that? Do you see how that green just changed to blue flashing? No, can they see that? Yes, they see it. You see how it changed to blue? Look at that, right there, blue. Now look at this. There it is. Your new HELO found, do you want to connect? And you click what? Yes. Now it's connected. The blue light here flashing is a signal that the HELO is actually speaking to the phone and the HEKA app. Now let's take a look at the HEKA app. What I like to do is I like to do a quick measurement, right? Obviously there's nothing in here because, you know, he hasn't really done anything yet. What I like to do is go to measure. Down here you see measure, and then you start to see these different. This is heart rate, breath rate, mood, energy, heart chart, heart check indicator, blood pressure. Now the HELO is going to measure you on all of these levels all day long. You never have to touch it, never have to do it. By the way, do you want it to measure you every half an hour, 2 hours?
What's usual, an hour?
An hour is good, so we'll set it for that in a moment. But for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to run a manual measurement. So what I want you to do is put your wrist down. And again, you're only touching this time because we're doing an override and like a manual measurement. You're going to take that finger. You're going to take that finger. You're going to put it there in a moment, not just yet.
I'm going to touch the device.
You're going to touch the device on that metal piece right there.
Got it.
Go for it. Now, as you see on the app, it's counting down in the number of seconds. Do you see that? And you see here, it says BPM. Here it says blood pressure. And at the bottom, it says it's going to be the EKG or electrocardiogram. So when the counter gets down to about 90 or so seconds, it's going to tell you your heart rate and it's going to tell you your blood pressure. Okay? Heart rate 74. Do you see that? Heart rate 74, blood pressure 124 over 72. Now we're going to do an EKG. Do you see where it says put 2 fingers down? So take 2 fingers and put them like this on both sides. And now you're going to see momentarily his EKG comes in. There, boom. EKG, electrocardiogram. By the way, you know more about this than I do. I need to shut up because I got Dr. Nick DELGADO over here.
That's impressive.
That's impressive. He's running an EKG on the man.
Yeah.
And we'll know if he's going to live another day or, you know, another 100 years or what. So it's going to say normal or abnormal. Don't worry, mine says abnormal all the time. Just kidding. Normal. See? Normal, which means you're going to live another day. Maybe another 100 years.
According to the iHeart, I'm biologically internal age. I come in at about 28 years old.
28 years old?
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that? He can teach you anti-aging, nutrition. How come you're this healthy? At
Herbs, power of the mind, consistency, you know?
Consistency.
training consistently, eating incredibly healthy on a regular basis.
Yep.
You know, I make food choices that are very appropriate for, and you know, basically eating a whole foods diet, high in fiber, oil-free, very rich in herbs and nutrition. So that's part of it, and I train outdoors in the sun. That's why I've got a nice suntan. Work out at the beach, you know, stay in shape, and maintain a good attitude, you know, so I get after it. But that doesn't mean I don't have stress. I have stress, but, you know, I let it go and move forward.
Let's take a look at this, and I definitely want to learn about how people get a hold of you, your website and so forth. So this is it. The test is complete, measurement completed. You've got the heart rate, you've got his blood pressure, you've got his EKG, everything's normal. You say done, and then it's going to ask you how do you rate this, and I would say it was pretty good, pretty good. Rate it 5 stars, rate now. And then what you do is you can see his blood pressure's there, his heart rate's there. You're starting to see results populate, his energy, right? You can read up all about this, learning about each one. You can learn about his blood pressure. You can click more info. You can learn about that if you're a student of health and your vital signs. Heart rate, you can learn about that here as well. So you've got all these different features, and then what you do is you go to the dashboard, and then in the dashboard you're going to start to see all of these measurements over the next X amount of time populate. Energetic trend, whether the person's very tired, whether they're low energy, or whether they're energetic, and a person can click that and read more info about it. The mood, whether their mood is low, whether their mood is calm, or whether they're anxious, so it gives you biofeedback on all that. I would love to know the algorithms and how they calculate all this. You can read up about that. What else do we have here? So we haven't got sleep quality yet, right? Obviously because he just tried it, but tomorrow, after you've slept a full night, by say 11, 12, noonish, you're gonna get how many hours you slept, how much was deep sleep, how much was light sleep, how many times you woke up last night. It
That's
measures
huge.
all,
That's
huge.
so important.
Calories, the number of steps, distance covered, feet covered, calories burned. You're going to read up about all that. What else do we have here? We did blood pressure already. We talked about that. So then, what the last 2 things I want to show you is you're going to have a guardian function, and on here it's going to tell you your range. Like you say, my range for my blood pressure, my low to high is this. My range for my heart rate from low to high is this. My range for my breath rate is from low to high, because he speaks on stage. Nick is a phenomenal speaker, by the way, if you want to learn about anti-aging, nutrition, how to live a long, happy, prosperous life. He speaks on stage, and I notice, because I speak on stage too, my breath rate is always 11 or 12 when I'm sitting down just chilling. And when I hit the stage, my breath rate goes to 25, 27, 28, 29 breaths out of per minute. So you've got the range here. And now if for any reason, let's say someone's wearing this, your mom, your dad, or you're training very heavy, if any reason that your vital signs fall outside of that range, it's going to send an SOS text message. And as you notice here, you can add 3 people or more, right? You're going to add who do you accept to see your readings. So let's say your doctor, but why would he have a doctor? He's a doctor, he'll send it to himself. Or you may send it to your mom, your dad, or whoever you're going to send it to. They will get an SOS text message saying something's up with Nick, or something's up with mom who lives in San Francisco, who's just gone through surgery, and that we need to give her a call and make sure she's okay. So if anything is abnormal, high blood pressure, heart rate out of whack, it will send an SOS message. And then when you click on We Care, again, we just started here. What you're going to do is you're going to click who you're following, and you're going to click who is your follower. So you're going to add people here where that you can follow them. Like you're a doctor, you may have 3, 5, 10 patients that you want to track their vital signs. You may have someone who is your trainer, your fitness coach, who's following you. So once you add the people here, their name is going to appear in these windows, and then from there you can click on each name, like you could do with mine. Actually, my phone is there. You're going to click on the person's name, it's going to show all their vital signs. So you're able to track someone not only from the same city, but out of state, even out of the country. So let's say you want a business trip in Australia, but you have 5 clients that you're keeping a track of in California, you will be able to read their vital signs from Australia as they are in California, what's happening with them. So it tells you how to do all that. Now, last thing I want to do is set your health plan. How often do you want it to run these measurements on you? Every 2 hours, an hour, 30 minutes? Because you can click here, you can auto select every hour. So every 60 minutes, set successfully 60 minutes. And I think that's pretty much it. You know, you've got all of these things, reports. How many of us would like to have a report, right? You can have a daily report, you can have a weekly report, you can have a monthly report. You can learn how to take these reports and bring them with you to your doctor. So for anybody that has medical challenges, if they want to have a history on what was going on with you for the last week or 2 weeks prior to this issue, there's a way that you can generate reports. And so there's a lot there. I think that's about it. That's it. So you're going to notice that these measurements are going to populate over the next few hours. So guys, I think that is it. We ran a test. He's got his HELO. Dr. Nick Delgado.
Very cool.
What do you think?
It's awesome. It's amazing. The measurements, you know, I didn't realize it was as extensive. When you think about it, EKG, I mean, to know that and to have that recorded, to know your blood pressure, your heart rate, your respiration rate, I mean, that really are the main indicators. And if I understand in the coming quarter or so, they're going to be able to actually monitor blood sugar as well. So that's level. Pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it probably is no limit there. I'm sure there'll be some other measurements as well.
Correct.
But more importantly, sleep as well. I mean, sleep is critical. And I talk to people all the time that your sleep affects your hormones, your quality of life, your ability to recover, to rejuvenate. So you're really looking at the principal things. And you know, it's one thing to occasionally put your arm into a blood pressure cuff at a pharmacy or to go to a doctor's office, but to have it monitored on a regular basis is really invaluable, because the #1 leader cause of death in the country, both men and women, is heart attack, stroke, and of course complicated by ever increasing rate of diabetes. So we look at problems with high blood pressure, and most of these are chronic conditions that are really something we could solve with the right knowledge of how do you eat. And it'll really, I'm sure, come out to play. People will be surprised how easy it is to select the right foods. We have a cookbook called Simply Healthy Cookbook that's ideal to get those levels ideal and into the optimum range. Our website is DelgadoProtocol.com. That's DelgadoProtocol.com. It's a health education site and a board of advisory doctors and educators. And so it's really a collective effort to help people to make that big breakthrough in health and continue to sustain it for the rest of their life. As long, in fact, I think longer, better quality life is available to all of us now.
Awesome, awesome. So how are you going to use this with your work, with your clients?
No, I'll introduce it to a number of my doctor colleagues and educators. I'm sure, you know, we always come across clients and patients that concern us, or even our own parents, you know, what's going on with them, because people get rather fragile as they go through the stages of life, especially 70, 80, 90. So, you know, these things really are invaluable. It's just an amazing technology, and particularly even for the kids, you know, what's going on with their health, and, you know, what's going on with some of the things if they're traveling as well. The fact you can monitor them while they're traveling.
Yeah, we forgot to mention the panic feature.
Okay.
Yeah, so the panic feature, if you push this button twice, you double tap this, boom, boom. What it's going to do is it's going to send an instant text message, SOS message, to whoever is on the app with a GPS of exactly where you are, what's happening. So this is really huge for, like you said, you know, kids walking home from school, you know, people that are, you know, get burglarized, or someone that even has a health issue, you know, heart palpitations, and they go, oh my gosh, and then
even while they're having sex.
Even while they're having sex, how about that?
No, if you're in good shape,
you're in good shape.
Nothing more than running a 100-yard dash for most people. For most, some it's a marathon, so
right.
You know, it's a question of how good a health you are.
Exactly, right? Well, awesome. Dr. Nick Delgado, truly an honor and privilege.
All right, cool.
Definitely. So what's your website again? How do people get a hold of you, and what book can they pick up of yours that you've...
You can find me at DelgadoProtocol.com. There's a whole health education program on the website. There's a hormone quiz evaluation, which you can tie into your indicators, your lifeline levels. And also we have more than one book coming out. A book on estrogen dominance, estrogen fix is what it's called. We have Annihilate Acne Now Naturally for quality skin. And there's a series of education videos and articles and blogs. It's all available at DelgadoProtocol.com, or just call our office, 949-720-1554.
Awesome. And I think I want to invite you to speak at our seminars, because we train all the banks, the Fortune 500 companies, and a lot of these people are highly stressed. They're hustling, and the thing that they neglect first is their health, right? So
number one priority for everyone.
If you want some more information about the HELO, you want to go to our website, go to www.kayaredford.helo.life, www.kayaredford.helo.life. All right, you guys.
All right,
congratulations, my friend. Let's transform the world with this revolutionary healthcare technology product. Yes?
Let's do it.
Join the movement. Love you guys.